I really just find it very ironic, girl, that the streamer Sketch is basically being like, dismissed of, any type of scrutiny and any type of jokes this quickly, girl. I mean, y'all are still laughing about Diddy saying no Diddy this and no Diddy that, girl. Why isn't it no Sketch? Everybody want to come out and say that they feel bad for him, girl. They actually have remorse for him. But last time I checked, girl, y'all ain't seen Diddy have one eggplant in his mouth, girl. Y'all ain't seen no videos of Diddy riding on an eggplant, girl. So why is it still no Diddy and why isn't it no Sketch? Let's talk about that. What's good, y'all? My spiritual bitches, my spiritual bitches at. Now, girl, bitch, I want to start by saying that I'm not trying to promote violence, or I'm not trying to promote like somebody being bullied and scrutinized and anything of that nature. But I do have a question that's just been eating at me for the last few days, girl. And it's in regards to the Twitch streamer Sketch. And of course, we all know the hip hop mogul Diddy. As we reported last week, the controversy around Sketch being exposed for having a gay OnlyFans content account to, videos of him, gawk and slurping on 10 plus inch mandingos, girl, black mandingos, girl, and videos of him wearing costumes, girl, taking it up the rear end, girl, bitch, quite professionally, actually, girl, because I know a lot of bottoms that be running, girl, that can't take it, girl. She was all doing this and she was riding it, girl. She was doing it, bitch, not mad at her. But I just wanted to get into the conversation of how Diddy has definitely been going through the ringers with a lot of gay allegations and a lot of, just scrutiny throughout the last few months, without any actual evidence of Diddy actually participating in these sexual acts other than like word of mouth and, people just coming out and giving their statements. But, we haven't been able to see it in 4K, anything that, would suggest that Diddy was participating in these acts. So I just find it extremely weird how social media and people just want to move on from the Sketch situation so quickly. And there aren't any type of, jokes lingering. Bitch, I'm just so confused, girl. And I just find this, and in my opinion, as to why this is happening, is because, the way that black people, specifically black men, are shamed for their sexuality and for their expression, and they can't, basically come outside of the box of what people say that a masculine black man has to be. They are, just so easily targeted and, accepted to be, disrespected and mocked and just degraded and, defamed and, just dragged for months and months on end without any evidence, girl. Nothing but allegations and nothing but, just speculation. And I just find that to be extremely problematic, girl, because we see this YT streamer, girl, very famous streamer, girl, over 2 million subscribers, girl, on YouTube, just basically get like the butt of the joke for, probably 2 to 3 days at max, girl. Then everyone's saying, okay, let's just move on. Let's just, he has my support. We're on his side. Girl, bitch, this black man, the AKA Diddy, and I'm not, and I'm not at all trying to defend anything that has been alleged that Diddy has done when it comes to certain topics. But when it comes to the homosexual allegations, girl, we just quite frankly don't have any proof, any evidence to see and to reference that, that is actually what's taking place. So, girl, I just find it to be very, very, very hypocritical and telling of how society, specifically black men, allow each other to be scrutinized based on sexuality and based on just the expectations of what a man should be. And to see the example of Sketch basically, get this full free pass from any type of scrutiny, basically, exemption from being dragged repeatedly. I just find that to be really telling, girl. What do y'all think about that, girl? Do y'all think that it's the black community's fault, or do you think that, the society as a whole just doesn't care about a black man's feelings enough to, even try to lessen off the load, girl, to where they even begin to start slogans, girl, no Diddy this and no Diddy that, no Diddy this, and it's so funny. I want to see how many of y'all actually gonna start saying no Sketch this and no Sketch that. We gonna see, girl, but let me know what you bitches think about that, girl. I'll see you bitches next time. Mwah.